Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited because here it is at long last, Tom Ford Summer Collection, round one, ding ding ding. Round one because knowing me I will be back for more and it's quite a big collection, but I've already spent an unconscionable amount, partly because I was buying for a couple of other people as well as myself today, but these are my first picks and a few ideas about the collection now that I've seen it in person. So where to start? I'm going to start with this item, which is the cream blush, which I kind of knew it was there, but it was one of the lesser exciting items to me. I was all about the big palette, but when I saw it, I was immediately very taken. So let's have a look at it. First of all, notice that the palettes are all in these little white pochettes instead of the usual brown. They're going to get horribly, horribly dirty, no two ways about it. But I think that's the first time they've done that as a design. Second thing to notice is these are much more convenient sizes than the usual really huge Tom Ford palettes. So I wonder if they have kind of taken the, I think, universally positive feedback about the little tiny lipsticks that we all loved from Lips and Boys. And probably not, because to be honest, this must have been designed well before Lips and Boys was released. But anyway, I'm quite glad to see the smaller palette, still with a reasonable amount of product. Let me have a look. 5 grams. Yeah, this is Pink Sand and it's the cream cheek colour. And if I can get into it, it was Love at First Sight. It's a really, really pretty girly pink. It's a very moist cream, much more moist than the kind of powder to cream cheek colours from Chanel, for example. And you can see it's also very shiny. So it's this really pretty pink flush with a very heavy champagne gold shine to it. I just love it. It's not looking hugely pigmented on my hand there, but it does, that's a bit better, does apply pretty pigmented, but you can work it in to the cheeks. I've got it on now. I can't tell you how well it lasts because I've only had it on a couple of hours, but more of that anon. It just looks really, really pretty, and particularly if you like your cheek colour not to be matte, which I do, I think lots of people will like this. It will sit well on a lot of different complexions. It's going to be a really popular item, I would have thought. I can't even tell you how much I paid for it. I'll put it in the information box below, but I'm so excited. Haven't even looked at my receipts. I should say that they have also brought out 2 bronzers. This is the only blush, or certainly the only one that was available here in London. 2 bronzers which look to be the same as Gold and Terra, which I think are the normal ones, but in this size, so a much handier size than the really enormous bronzers that we've had up till now from Tom Ford. So I'm willing to predict that I will be heading back to the Tom Ford counter for one of those before too long, because they're just a much more convenient size than what we're used to. Then this was the one that I knew I was going to want. It's the Pink Glow Eye and Cheek Compact. Again, note the white cover instead of the usual brown. Here's last year's Unabashed for comparison purposes. Again, don't know how practical that will be, but otherwise it's exactly the same palette. Now maybe one of the reasons they've gone with the white is because this is what's happened to mine in the brown over time. I mean, I do use this a lot and I travel with it, and I really, really rate it as a palette. If I open it, you can see I've used it a lot and it looks barely touched. The cheek colours and that taupe in particular, just fantastic. But I will say that the Gorgeous palette has got this kind of dingy brown look, which I think comes from the pouch. So maybe that's the thinking behind the new cream edition. But you're not interested in that. You want to see the gorgeous interior. And so do I. So there we are. Maybe a slightly less wearable combination. Now, I'm assuming these two are the cheek colours. And interestingly, the girl who served me at Selfridges said it was the same as the stroked contouring cheek duo from last year. Now, I compared them and it isn't, of course. So, as usual, Tom Ford sales assistants fabulously well informed. But it's not a kind of dissimilar concept. So this is obviously a much more bricky red blush, I guess. Very pigmented. I haven't tried it on the cheeks yet. And then a really soft, creamy, very, very bright light gold highlighter. So very much summer wear. You can see they're both pretty pigmented, so you're going to have to go easy with those, but really, really pretty. And then I'm assuming this kind of much brighter white highlighting in a corner. So that's the kind of silver, that's the kind of more really gold highlighting. Then a dark sort of plummy, but very metallic, almost coppery shade, which, gosh, look at that, just gorgeous. So many facets. Maybe going to be quite difficult to wear on the eyes. I don't know. I'm going to have to do some experimenting, but as a multifaceted colour, it really is gorgeous. If, like me, you like your shine. And then slightly disappointingly, the main kind of big eye pan, which had that fantastic taupe in last year, has got quite a soft textured glitter, but you can see it is full on shine. Shine, baby, shine. For use over other shadows. So I guess maybe you can layer it over this one. My goodness. It's going to be a full-on shiny summer. Sparkly, sparkly, sparkly. Love it. I don't know how practical it's going to be, but I'm definitely looking forward to having a play with that. Now, there are a number of other eye products, or rather there are 4 of the little pots which have a cream and a glitter. And the pots are containing the cream colour for eyes. Now, the disappointing thing about them is, to my knowledge, 3 of the 4 cream colours are definitely re-promotes, although, again, the sales assistant seemed gloriously unaware of that, which is why I didn't get one. The one which I think is going to be the most popular is, it's called Peach something or other, and the cream colour in the bottom is this one. This is Pink Haze from, I think, 2011, 2012. It is the most fantastic cream colour, and it's my favourite Tom Ford cream eyeshadow. I wear it as a base under a lot of his palettes and other palettes, and it looks really sensational. So if you missed out on Pink Haze, it was a limited edition, now's your chance by getting the Peach Duo. It's got then a kind of gold glitter as the top colour. But if you've got Pink Haze, as I have, any number of Tom Ford's gold glitters would have exactly the same effect on top as the duo. In fact, the one in here would. So I didn't get that, although my old self, always on the lookout for backups, was extremely tempted. I thought the most interesting duo is one that has the cream, the limited edition spring 2015 that we just had a few weeks ago, which you can see is not very popular with me. I find it difficult to work with. But the powder with that is a very iridescent turquoise aqua. Really, really pretty, and really, really pretty when it mixes with this. I was tempted. The girl did it on my eyes, and it just doesn't look right on me. It's too dramatic a look for my old saggy eyes. But if you are young and beautiful, particularly if I think you've got dark eyes and dark skin colouring, it would be a stunning duo. But this is a difficult cream to work with. The other re-promote is Spice from last year. Again, that's quite a nice one if you didn't miss out on Spice. It's there with a bronze glitter. And then the one that isn't a re-promote is a slaty grey cream. Again, hugely pigmented with a dark glitter. All of the glitters I thought were a bit scratchy, apart from the blue one on the blue and taupe mix, which had a much nicer consistency. I mean, that shadow on its own was really beautiful, and if I could see myself wearing it very often, I would go for it. And, you know, I may even yet be lured back, but it wasn't the most practical of colours. Then there are 4 limited edition, what are these called, sheer lip colours. I've never had these before, so this is my first white pack. This one is Rose Soleil. It looks dark in the bullet, but very sheer on just your lips, but shinier. Really nice consistency. There's a pretty baby pink and a coral that are more pigmented, and then another kind of goldy shine, which didn't look very different from this on. It's a beautiful collection. Oh, I should say there's also a fragranced shimmery body oil, which they were pushing like mad, but I mean, it's absolute Estee Lauder Bronze Goddess. It even smells the same. I'm not very keen on Bronze Goddess. And of course, Tom Ford's owned by Estee Lauder, so it's not very surprising, but I wasn't tempted by that. But overall, beautiful collection. It will lure you to spend far too much money. I definitely would recommend anyone who'd missed out on Pink Haze to go for that peach duo, because Pink Haze is a fantastic product in itself, and the look is very pretty. And yeah, there's lots to enjoy here. So I will keep you updated with how I find these when I wear them a bit more. But until then, bye for now.